Welcome to All For You Books, where we want you to talk about the places you've been before they get there. Story number 5, The Doc. I need more than you can give. The next decision the Doc made would change his life for good. Once he went through with it, there would be no turning back. But turning back was the last thing he wanted to do. Back there was what got him right here. And right here had him feeling empty and alone. The Doc used to be called Junior, son of the great Matthew McDowell, lead endocrinologist at Cedars Hospital. Most consider him the greatest black doctors in the state and the most respected and sought after in his field. Dr. McDowell seemingly had it all: admiration, money, power, and a beautiful family, including a strikingly handsome son who seemed destined to be even greater than his father. Junior idolized his dad, spending all the time he could with him and studying to be just like him. For the first 12 years of his life, Junior followed his father without question, walking like him, talking like him, dressing like him, and mimicking his every mannerism, even the way he tilted his head and scratched his right temple whenever he confronted something confusing. By the time Dr. McDowell got his first divorce, Junior acted so much like his father that his mother did not even consider keeping him. To keep her son would be too much like keeping his father, with all his ego and selfishness. She took the spousal support, but did not put up any fight to keep Junior. It didn't take long for either of them to adjust to being just father and son. Between his work at the hospital, giving speeches, and doing research, Dr. McDowell did not have much time for anything else. Junior went long stretches of time without seeing his father, but he didn't mind. Work meant everything. You worked hard so you can get what was important in life, money and power, and they had both. Junior's father made more money than he could spend, and with money came the ability to do anything he desired. Junior got whatever he wanted and could get anyone to do anything for him. Things changed the summer he turned 13 when he attended an award ceremony for his dad. Everyone praised Dr. McDowell and told stories about his greatness. He received several standing ovations, and when he spoke about the importance of working hard to improve your talents and abilities, no one smiled more than his biggest fan, Junior. When the celebration nearly ended, Junior saw his father in an adjoining room, sitting in a chair facing a large rectangular window overlooking the city. Junior snuck up on him, and to his surprise, he saw his father crying. He looked into his father's eyes and did not see the tears of someone overcome with joy of being celebrated. He saw the tears of someone who seemed overcome with despair. Junior tilted his head and scratched. A lot changed after seeing his dad cry. Junior continued to follow his father's lead, but he also began to see things about his father he never noticed before, like how little he smiled and rarely laughed. Even when surrounded by people who smiled and laughed, his father's face remained stoic, like he was somewhere else. Junior also noticed that although they had each other, their circle constantly changed. First, his mother left, then his stepmom, and finally his dad's fiancée left before she had the chance to become his second stepmom. Other women came around, but Junior never learned their names. Aside from the women who came in and out, no one else really came around. His dad didn't have any friends and only interacted with others when it related to his job. Ultimately, Junior became the man he was expected to become. He graduated from his father's alma mater, Morehouse, went to medical school, and became one of the youngest surgeons in Arizona. His father never told him how happy this made him, but he didn't have to. Junior knew it. He could tell by the proud look in his eyes, which briefly replaced his sad expression. Once he became a surgeon, Junior and his dad pretty much stopped talking. At first, they spent hours talking about medicine, but eventually, they both became so involved with work they didn't have time for anything else. The conversations got shorter, then became text messages, before becoming nothing at all. Junior had become his own man to the point that People stopped calling him Junior, and he became simply known as the Doc. The Doc's dad imprint was strong, and the Doc behaved just like his father did. He bought a house in a gated community near people just as rich as him. He bought every gadget he could. He bought any car he desired, his favorite being a Tesla Model X Plaid, loaded with everything Elon Musk could build. Like his father, the Doc spent his free time with countless hookups and one-night stands, until one came around that changed everything. Monica, a gorgeous brown-skinned girl from Chicago, made him look at his whole life differently, and for the first time, he thought about something besides work. Unfortunately, she did not feel the same way and brought the relationship to an abrupt end. "You don't have anything to say," she said bluntly on the night she broke up with him. He wanted to respond, but didn't know what to say. "You have a lot going for yourself, and I'm sure you're right for somebody. It's just not me. I need more than you can give." The Doc had just turned 30 and had been rejected for the first time in his life. As soon as she left, he sat on his U-shaped leather couch facing an enormous window overlooking the city and realized that although he had bought everything he wanted, he felt empty inside. Nothing about his life meant anything, and he had worked his entire life to get stuff that didn't even matter. Before he knew it, the Doc began to cry. The Doc tried to get rid of this feeling by doing more of what he had been doing, but drinking didn't help. One-night stands made him feel worse, and he found himself with nowhere to turn to get rid of the emptiness devouring him from the inside out. The Doc knew of only one other thing to try. It went against everything he should stand for, but something had to change. So after finishing a surgery for a woman with a damaged heart, he decided to do something to help his own. He changed a few prescriptions in the computer, opened the locked cabinet of drugs, took out a bottle so he could try to heal his aching heart. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and do what you gotta do. Peace.